Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, oh. I'll just wait for people to get here. Okay. See if they, hello, people. My phone is full, so I can't film. So I decided to come live for a minute. I can't stay too long because my cat is sick. She done went outside and ate something. I don't know what it is, but she been throwing up and she ain't been feeling too good. But I thought I'd come live anyway. Why my phone say your phone has been hacked? See, they doing too much. They want you to click so bad on these viruses. Talk about your phone got a virus, and they want you to click so bad. Hello, people. Okay. Uh, I'm trying to. It says top fans. Uh, this is different on this laptop, so forgive me. Okay, on trying to work this. Hey, okay, I can't even see. Twin mom. Hello, Susan. Oh, you can't stay. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm not going to stay either, okay? I just come for a little discussion about Nancy Guthrie and throw some cards as well. Okay, I'm spitting all over the place. Okay, my little corn chips. I've been hearing all kind of talk and all this, and everybody's got all kind of um opinions and things, and I've been hearing about that. Hello, I've been here. I can't really see the name. I got to make this bigger. Okay, but I've been hearing that they were talking about the sheriff. They were talking about. I was watching one channel, and they were talking about. They were interviewing. They were interviewing a profiler, okay, and he was talking about this person. Now they seem to think that this is someone, that this is about Savannah, mainly about Savannah, okay, and maybe somebody who's obsessed, okay. I don't know. As far as the way it's going, I think it could probably be both. It could probably be both, and maybe he decided to use some ransom to to add to the pot while I'm here. Okay. And I want to go. Oh, and the video, my video, that's what it cut off. Okay. But you didn't miss anything. Thank God. I went back over it. You didn't miss anything. We were going over um, the Epstein. If you watch the Epstein, the Zora Ranch, okay, you're about to turn 9. 9 years old? What you doing over here, girl? 9 years old. You're supposed to be on the YouTube for kids. Oh, March 9th. Oh, okay. March 9th, you're going to be 9? Adults doing what? Pokemon. Shuffling. Pokemon cards. Okay. Check that out. You have a point. Okay. These could be Pokemon cards. Because you know that you can use the regular deck of cards to do the to read tarot. Hello, how you doing? I got to see how to make these bigger. Because if I pull you closer, you're not going to be able to see the card, okay? So, got crumbs on my cards. So, but they were talking about the sheriff, is what I was going to say. They were talking about that sheriff, Sheriff Nano, Christopher Nanos. And how that's why the FBI isn't working with him. That's not why I'm saying this why, okay? But apparently they got history that goes back before this case. Okay, that's what that is. So this is just that ain't got nothing to do with us. But he's been putting out information, basically information that's given the culprits information on basically they can conceal their crime. Okay, you see what I'm saying? They can't provide proof of life. Okay, telling them about the glove that was found and the evidence, and there was no DNA evidence. The DNA is mixed, and stuff like that. Hey, Frizzy, how you doing? So hey, Prince. No, Pamela. Hi, Pamela. Okay, so I just thought I would come on here live, okay, to shoot the breeze with you guys and to discuss the the this case. And I'm just going to go in quickly with some unspoken truth and see because the thing about it is once they come up with one solution, it still leaves questions. It's like no matter what the solution you come up with, the only thing I'm going to tell you, the only thing that I see to come up with is the fact that it was a bumble job, as they say. It was a kidnapping, and it didn't go as planned. Now, all the other stuff that they're adding to it, and the profilers are adding to it about a crazed fan. He could be sitting there talking to her, feeling close to her, because he can't get close to Savannah and stuff, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? So, can you tell us what is not being said about what's being hidden? Is there anything being hidden on the missing Nancy Guthrie? What can you tell us about anything being hidden? And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. Is there anything hidden in regards to this situation of Nancy Guthrie, whether she was kidnapped, she wasn't kidnapped, there's a robbery gone wrong, okay, which doesn't make sense still, okay. Now, they're saying that they cased the place out. They cased out her place, and they have evidence. Now, there's an what is it? An IP address that links back to those searches. can you give us your point of perspective on what people take as granted in life, but it's actually a top priority? Their health. Their health. People take their health. They definitely take their health. Even I, okay, I'm no exception. But people take their health for granted, and people take, I guess they just take life for granted. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they don't see the good. They're too focused on the bad. Not to mention that a lot of this stuff that we are going through is actually programmed. And I know it sounds conspiracy theory, but it's actually not. When you step back and you look at how things are going, what they're doing, the news and stuff, like this stuff, what's going on with the news right now. The news it was not like this. It was not like this. This is at a point where you cannot trust anybody. And we shouldn't feel that way. We shouldn't have to feel that way. We shouldn't be that way. But because we have been so complacent for so many years and letting this go on, we're at this point. You caught alive? So that's what that is. Okay, so we were asking, is there something that's hidden? And thank you for your answers. And we're going to see what the cards pop up. And the thing about it is, here's the thing about it. When people say, like you said, playing with Pokemon cards. Yeah, we take it for granted. They were talking about these could be Pokemon cards, okay? But if you're on my end, okay, you'll see how you're just doing these cards, you're using your intuition, but it can get like the cards to be popping up with some answers, okay? Oh, so if Pokemon is doing that, that might be why these kids are so screwed up and committing suicide, I guess. Okay, wait a minute. Got my cards upside down. Now, we have an unspoken truth. Every person who leaves takes away something you no longer need. Yeah, when you're doing those reads, I'm telling you. Sometimes, you got to stop for a minute, okay? I spook myself. Yeah. Okay. So, this right here talks about you are the one regret I can't let go of. So, this could be some kind of obsession. The truth is more complicated than you think. Well, that about sums that up now, isn't it? That's this case. Okay, what is the truth? And yes, it's complicated. There are no real secrets in this world. Okay, there are no real secrets. That talks about what's that book in the Bible? Okay, it's something about when you get on camera that you have a loss for words, and somebody was talking about that, a tarot reader. And if you're listening, I just wanted to tell you, if you hear this or anybody, okay, it's not just tarot. It's something because I do beauty. I have my other channel. I do beauty and skin tag removal. And it's something about when you get on camera and you get on these, you start filming, and then all of a sudden you can't find the words. common words that you use, and all of a sudden you forgot. So yeah. Um, there are no secrets in the world, okay? Ecclesiastes, that's what I was thinking about. The book of Ecclesiastes, where they said there's nothing new under the sun. Everything has been done before. I tried to fall for someone else, but no one compares. So this is what we're talking about, okay? What's being hidden? What we don't know. And this right here is somebody who is not in their right mind. They're off. Okay? They're off. Now crazy people, just because they're crazy don't mean they're stupid. Okay? They mind just not clicking. But they got enough sense to know they can't tell their friends that, because their friends will look at them different or make fun of them and stuff like that. They got that much sense. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. If I had cherished you more, would we have made it? That's interesting how this is coming out, because this is coming out like someone who's not wrapped too tight. Like they were talking about the profiler. Our profile, look at this. Our connection is intense. And it scares me. Our connection. They're not even connected. Endings aren't always endings, okay? The ending is not always ending. There's something behind your eyes. What are you hiding? See, this sound like okay, somebody who's out there. Can you still trust him or her? Oh, there's a ring. I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to get another deck, and I want to know, where is Nancy Guthrie right now? Where is she at? Where is Nancy Guthrie? We're going to use one of my favorite decks. This is pretty much new. And I pretty like this. This is Stars Lighting Up the Night Tarot. Looks like that. Where is Miss Nancy right now? Can you tell us where Miss Nancy is? Okay. Is she alive? Is she sick? Where is Miss Nancy? What do you want us to know about Miss Nancy? Where she's at right now, today? What's her energy? Where's she at? What do you want us to know? Miss Nancy. And thank you for your answers. At the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. That word, I keep thinking it says independence, but there's no card that says independence in tarot. Temperance, patience. Let's see what else that could be. Temperance. Just be patient. What number is this? Doesn't have a number. This talks about a promising path forward, but at the same time, okay, it requires you to reach out to the divine. Well, I don't know, folks. Hello, you new here? They're playing themselves. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. That's the first card. The last card is Temperance. The King of Pentacles. What's that about? This right here is a masculine energy. This is the first card that's coming out. We said, where is Nancy? She with a man? Or it could be asking to take on a leadership role. That's confusing. Okay, this could be a masculine energy. Okay, first one to come out, a masculine energy. We're asking, where is Nancy right now? Ooh, we get the death card. Ooh, we get justice. Wow, that's not cool. So we have a male energy, we have death. Now the thing about it is, the death card doesn't mean death. It means endings and beginnings, okay? But at the same time, it can mean death. And there will be justice. The Three of Wands is coming. That's action. It's coming. Waiting on the ship to come in, waiting on the evidence to come in, waiting on the culprit to be caught. However you want to put it, it's coming. And why is the information so mixed up like that? Why is it so mixed up? The FBI say one thing and then the sheriff doesn't. No, that's not what happened. Or maybe they're not communicating with you. Okay, that's fine. But instead of saying no, that didn't happen, you would say, I don't know anything about that right now. I'll have to check on it. Strength in reverse. So we have some weakness here. We have some weakness. And the Chariot. And the Chariot, which is in reverse, is going over the King of Pentacles. Maybe she feels she was too weak to stop him. She was too weak to stop because the chariot in reverse, you're not going anywhere. Okay, the card or whatever. Okay, you know, speaking through the cards or trying to connect with the cards. The cards are the cards. Making a decision. Ooh. That's stuck. The Two of Swords. And the King of Wands. But he's upright. The King of Wands is over justice. And he's looking at the Two of Swords. So he has a decision to make. Maybe they need to make a decision on this case. And they really don't want to go there. And if they don't want to go there, why? Maybe because it's a family member. Maybe it's a family member. Other than that, you would have made your choice. I mean, if there's a choice to make. Let's go on. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. It's talking about the past. Something in the past. The King of Wands. The King of Wands. He's not facing that, though. He's facing the other way. But the King of Wands. What's up with the King of Wands? This says the King of Wands represents authority, okay, and healthy, where was I? Healthy masculine energy. Now, I had got one of those cards, okay, I think it was True Crime. Oh no, who is it? When I was describing, and it said masculine. Mm, that's interesting. The King of Wands is somebody who is able to stay cool, calm, and collective in the face of adversity. Now, who would you knew was, well, it could be a lot of men like that, but that's who that type of person is. Chill. I said that before. Wheel of Fortune, there's some karma coming. There's some karma. Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. Oh! These cards, they like this, okay? But I'm going to break them up. The King of Pentacles. Remember I told you the Chariot is in reverse? So they stopped giving. This is the card of giving and receiving. She stopped giving. People are saying that. I don't know who she was giving money to. Okay. But she stopped. So, if it isn't the children, It could be one of the workers pulling her to the side, okay, when nobody was around, asking her for money. She may not have said anything about it. Oh, well, thank you, sweetie. Okay. We got Jerry. We have Amy. We have all kind of people in here, okay? Yes. But the reason it stopped, and I'm tripping because I hear people say it all the time. I keep hearing people say it. And now I'm looking at it in the cards. See, this is the spooky stuff I be talking about. This ain't no Pokemon. Hello. Your first live, Charmaine. Jerry is my soul sister. Well, okay. Hey, Jordan. Wow. She stopped. See, I read the cards this way. I generally, read them this way, okay? But the thing about it is, a roll will pop out. And that's what this did. How do I keep my, um, okay, I don't know how to operate this, you guys. I really don't. But I'm trying to keep so my chat stay. Wow. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Now, here's the thing. The Giving card is next to the Knight of Pentacles, is also, which is younger than the King of Pentacles, okay? A knight is younger than the king, in my mind, okay? And she stopped giving. Oh. The knight is facing the give and take card. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, you know we got to look that up. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We on that ass. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, an unhealthy complacency in a relationship. Okay. So that's like giving me the feeling that this person kept asking for a bugaboo, a pest, kept asking for money. He was comfortable with it. Okay. She was giving somebody money and he was comfortable. And when she said no, but it could have been both of them. Could have been more than this one person. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And that's going, and this Knight of Pentacles is in between the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Oh. But she's in reverse. That's a loss. That's going over the King of Wands. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. That's all this masculine energy. Okay. This right here, okay, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, okay, these people were spending money recklessly. Okay, I don't know if it's because of a gambling habit or what, a drug habit, but they were spending money unnecessarily. They were negligent. Okay, it could be all of them, it could be one or the other, but it's in here, and that's it. I said what I said. And the Two of Cups in reverse. So it was a disagreement. Ooh. And that's going over the child card, the Six of Cups. Eight of Cups. Walking away from what no longer serves you. But let's take a deeper dive into that. Eight of Cups. Because it's no longer serves you, okay? There was a disagreement. There was a disagreement. Okay. Oh, no, this isn't in reverse. This isn't, okay. Okay. This talks about walking away. Okay. It could be walking away from people, a relationship, okay, or something that is no longer working out for you. It's not like it's negative. It's just that you come to the realization it's not working out for you. Oh, that's interesting. It talks about how this gentleman here has tasted from each of the cups, and he did not like what was in the cups. So he decided to walk away. She's it's not real. What you say? It's not real. Bibbity bobbity boo. The wish came true. Oh, oh my goodness. Why, thank you, Miss Extra Sweet. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. She said, bibbity bobbity doo. Your wishes ain't coming true. Oh, and then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. The Ten of Swords in reverse. This person has hit rock bottom. because she wasn't giving him no money. So there, okay, yeah. And the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands, okay, he didn't sit up there and made a decision. Okay, he looking at his options. Oh, she don't want to give me no money. Okay. But the Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Ace of Swords in reverse. So there is definitely, let me see this Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Okay, they talk about the Page of Wands being curiosity, okay, but curiosity killed the cat. And satisfaction did not bring him back because Miss Nancy is still not here. This talks about good news coming through the mail, text, or phones. Okay, but the good news is coming is facing the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Swords in reverse. What's that about? Confusion, miscommunication. So there's some news coming, okay? But it's coming, it's gonna be confusing. Okay, story of our lives, because that's the problem. That's the problem. Seven of Swords in reverse. There go your card. There go your card. Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, somebody trying to get away with something, but they gonna get caught. See, and just like I got mountains, okay, when we did the oracle cards, and I got mountains, I told you obstacles. When the communication is not correct, the information is wrong or not correct, those are obstacles. You messing up the crime scene, taking the tape up, putting it down, taking it back, putting it back up. That's obstacles. Okay, those are obstacles, and those are big obstacles. Okay, because when you start messing with that the physical evidence and it's contaminated, what about the seven, since we're here? The Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. The Seven of Swords in reverse can signal a plan or a strategy that's not working. It can also indicate paranoia. Yeah, because this represents deceit. Okay, this is deceit, dishonesty. Okay, trying to get away with something. It's in reverse. They gonna get caught. Oh, see. And we have the Fool in reverse. Now, the Fool in reverse is somebody who takes risks, unnecessary risks. Okay, and I mean bad risks, not good risks. and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, they got another ransom note. Did you guys hear about the other ransom note? Now that sounded really weird. I can't even tell you what it said. It was so weird to me. Seven of Cups, smoke and mirrors. Mm-hmm. Five of Cups, despair, disappointment. And that's going over the Ace of Swords, the confusion, the miscommunication. The Three of Pentacles. We have some teamwork. But the teamwork is not the dream work. Because that's going over the Seven of Swords in reverse. Right next to the Five of Cups, despair, disappointment. Wow. And the Magician. Yeah. I heard y'all having a bad storm out there in New York. Now, it could be one of the grandkids going over there asking for money all the time. Oh. That's why the FBI, they're investigating, but the FBI is not telling him because he talked too much. You know the FBI, they like to keep it quiet, okay? They can hold water. I'm telling you, they can hold water when it comes to the FBI. But he talks too much. And it could be leading to the fact that why it's being hard to find Miss Nancy. It also could be leading to the fact when I hear a lot of people on here talking about she's been moved, she's been moved, she's been moved. Okay, after he told everybody about that pacemaker finder. So you just let the criminals know, okay, they could track her pacemaker. They might have went back and dug her up and took the pacemaker out. Okay, by now, okay, it's not going to be hard to do. So either if they are moving her, how are they moving her? Either they keeping her alive. What's really going on? He cleared all the, but he can't clear them. He says he cleared them, but you can't clear anybody until you solve it. Okay. So if it's never solved, they're never cleared. How about that? May not have even known she had a pacemaker until they announced it. So either they have their own meds, okay, or that lady is no longer with us. I hate to say it, I really do. And I hope they find her. Okay? She definitely deserves a proper burial. What is going on? Okay? Yes. And then The usual suspects, which are the family, and oh, we tore that house up and down, and woo, 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 woo. I, you know what? I'm. I don't feel that if they had something to do with it, if everything's alleged, okay, entertainment purposes only, that he did not have direct involvement. Okay, if he's involved, I don't think it was direct. It could have been. Now you know what, and that may be another reason why they haven't found her, is because they did not want her injuries to be to know how she died as far as her injuries. Because if she's deceased, believe me, she's melting. Okay, and after so long, okay, you're not going to be able to determine the cause of death unless you got a hole in the head, a hole in, okay, you find a bullet, or I think she's with him too. I think she's with them too, because like I said, after so long, you're not going to be able to find a cause of death unless you go by if she's got ripped clothes, knife tears in her clothes, okay, she's got a broken bone or a hole in her head or something like that, then okay, you're able to see some. You're not even after that, you're not even going to be able to tell unless there's a bullet. I mean, maybe they could have took her because they didn't want them to see the cause of death. Maybe because the injuries would could probably come up with some DNA evidence. But I'm trying to figure out is that alarm system. What kind of alarm system do they have on the house that they could just disarm it and it doesn't alert you that it's been disarmed? And then the one in the front didn't even have a subscription. But okay, if the perpetrators didn't know, they know now. They know now. Yeah, but even if it's the power switch is turned off, okay, they can alert you depending on how you have it set up that there's no power. It's been disarmed. You know how you disarm the security device and it's beep 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 beep. Okay, letting you know it's been disarmed. Okay, then you got to take the battery out. But this is the security system on her house. And somebody going in at that time of the morning, okay, the chances of you encountering somebody at home is almost 100%. It ain't like she working a night shift at AM PM. And then what do you think about Zorro Ranch? That's what we were doing. I was doing on Zorro Ranch. I was doing true crime and I got cut off. We were doing true crime on Zorro Ranch to see what they're going to find. Okay. How do we know she was home? The only way we know she was home is the blood drops on the floor. And that, depending, okay, that's not going to tell you too much. You're right. He's the only one that saw her. How convenient. The church calls in the morning saying she didn't arrive. How convenient. Letting you know that the lady's missing. So you can go over there, okay? Then here comes the ransom, okay? What do you want us to know on the defunct Zorro Ranch? See what they say there. And we don't know. No, they don't have to be on nothing, okay? That's, do you know that some people, I hate to say it, it's not funny though, but it's just true. Some people think that them robbing houses or stealing out of stores every day is a job. You realize that? They think that's a job to them. She might have been snatched from her bed. They said that she had a hearing aid. Okay, the guy said she had one of those. He didn't say high powered. Okay, but something like that. Hearing aid, meaning, okay, that when that thing came out, you can't hear nothing. Now, it's a lot of things that make me just wonder, why was she there by herself? And you have a hearing. I wouldn't even want to be there by myself. I got a hearing aid in my ear. I can't hear nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's just like standing on the street with your back and you can't hear the car coming. You can't even save your own life. You see what I'm saying? That's what that's like. You can't hear anything. You can't even save your own life. You can't even hear the car coming, okay? And you got your back turned. You can't see the car coming to even step aside. They said the dog died. The dog was poisoned. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I had a friend, he was deaf. Okay. He said he had a hearing aid, but he didn't like to wear it. But it was a trip because his his doorbell, you ring his doorbell, his lights flash. Okay. His lights would flash. What are we going to find? What are they going to find on Zorro Ranch? What do you want us to know? They're going to go over there. Are they going to dig up? Are they going to find dead bodies? What are they going to find on Zorro Ranch? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. See real quick if we come up with anything. I don't know. Don't. Okay, take that with a grain of salt. Okay, allegedly. I heard the dog died about a month ago. Okay, because I was wondering that too, why she didn't have a pet. But she still should have had a pet. If the dog died a month ago, she should have had a pet the next day. What do you want us to know about Zorro Ranch? We talking about Zorro Ranch. What's going on? They got tunnels. Ooh, they gonna find tunnels. You heard he got poisoned too? Something, I heard the dog died, and that was the first I heard. Now, the dog in the picture, that black dog, they said that's Savannah's dog. Homicide. At the ranch, y'all. Oh, we might find missing people. Somebody missing. Something trapped. Something might have been there trapped and died. It could have been an animal that's there that's trapped that died. There's a couple. We know who that is. There's a beach. I don't know if there's a beach. I wouldn't be surprised because right there on the ocean. Revenge. This revenge is going over the homicide. Okay, and they gonna find the devil. I think the card for the adult services was an after effect. Okay, and they just found the card and ran with it, like Chatty Patty. Okay, who the Page of Swords. Somebody had called, I think it was like the adult services to check on her. And they left a card. So I think this was after the fact. Zorro Ranch is in New Mexico. New Mexico is the United States. That's down there somewhere. Man-made disaster. So they probably, man-made. Ooh. Oh, when they said it's trapped, they gonna find some traps, y'all. Outer space. Outer space is going over the couple. They might find Jeffrey Epstein himself. We got assassinations going on. We have natural disasters. Okay, I don't know how the weather is down there, but you know what? That came up when oh, 350, thank you. Jador Couture. Thank you. They too busy spending it on evil stuff. See what I'm saying? That's just like here at this ranch. These people could have took their money and did a decent school, okay, or some kind of community services, some kind of anything, okay? But no, they wanted to spend it on eating kids, okay? They even got a beef jerky recipe, girl, for you to cook the kids. They also said they was like reindeer games, okay? They had one part they go set them in the woods and run and shooting at them. So I wonder if they gonna find some bullets. I don't know. Everything's allegedly. Wherever it is by some water. Oh, thank you so much, okay? I appreciate it. I really do. I forgot I even had those super chats on. So, they got natural disasters. We have accomplice and partner in crime, okay? That were evil. It's going over the devil. And it's going over missing. So, travel. Yeah, people was traveling there. And then they got regret. There's a lot of regret going on down there. They're gonna get a lot of I wonder, are they gonna take some of the victims? Are the victims gonna go on over there if they've been on that island and maybe show them, okay, I was over here or something? I don't know. But you got all these people with money. And I mean I'm not just talking about the Jeffrey Epstein, the Trump administration, okay, and the cartels. I'm talking about all of them with all this money. And look what they doing. Ain't got the nerve to talk about us. We're not eating kids, okay? We're not sacrificing kids and playing what is it, Grand Theft Auto with them, or Call of Duty with the kids, and they want to talk about Main Street, okay, and it's our taxes, and they up there trying to steal it. Now what they gonna do with all that tariff money? You know them people said they want their money back. Good luck with that. Yes. Yes. Okay. Woosah. Let me get my cause I want to do true crime on Nancy. I want to do true crime on Nancy Guthrie. Okay. It may not even be a crime. It is a crime. Okay. It's a crime. If they find her alive and well, it's a crime. Okay. It's still a crime. So we want to take the time while we're here. Get some sage, okay? I'm gonna have to go after this because my cat has been sick, okay? Oh, it's 71 people in here that y'all y'all thumbs up, thank you. You rock. Yes. Oh, if you guys have any questions for the cards, let me know. Sure, we might have to do some. Tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to do the Kipper on Trump, okay? Because they were talking about, because he looked, I see him. I said, Trump, give me some of that, okay? Oh, yeah, he was looking quite dapper now, okay? Lost him a little weight. His suit, okay? Went and bought him a new suit. Wee! Did y'all see him? I didn't watch it, but I seen him when he came out. I seen him when they made the announcement of him coming down. He's walking down the aisle, shaking their hands and stuff like that. That was a great feat for him. It looked like it, because it seemed like when he got to the end, he just had this look on his face like, yeah. So let me see what else they say. I don't know why I can see the comments. Why I have to keep tapping the screen? Thank you for the $5, Charmaine. You rock. Yeah, she had caregivers. She had those people coming there helping with her clean her house, okay, doing her lawn and whatever other stuff worked, okay. And she had, her son-in-law and her daughter, okay, down the street. Though they're considered caregivers, you know that, right? Let me ask the other cards though. Let me see the lights here. Did Nancy have caregivers? Did Nancy Guthrie have caregivers? What do you want us to know about the caregivers, okay, that Nancy had? That's interesting. Oh, you being messy, Charmaine. Did Nancy Guthrie have caregivers? What were the caregivers? What do you want us to know about Nancy Guthrie's caregivers? And thank you for your answers. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Did she have caregivers? Seemed like she had people running all through that place. See. And did you see the video? Okay, you see how they had multiple videos? They were scared giving to them. Oh, can I like that? Oh, okay, I did. Okay, yes, okay. Did you see where they had, they were asking for people, they had footage of people creeping at those different hours looking suspicious and they coughing up. You see the people walking around, okay, at night in the neighborhood, they don't even live over there. That was scary right there. Caregivers. Nancy had caregivers. Nancy Guthrie. Miss Nancy. Ooh. The bottom of the card. Okay. We have conflict. Is that the caregivers? She talking about they was giving themselves. But it's in reverse. Okay. So I kind of take that as a yes. And she or they or both of them, okay, it seemed like there was avoidance of conflict with the Five of Wands in reverse. But let's check it out. Oh, now this talks about not avoiding a conflict, but a conflict being blown out of proportion. The Five of Wands in your reading can point to a conflict being blown out of proportion, or the details of an argument or story being exaggerated for dramatic effect. Well, the thing about it, they probably did take advantage, but that's the thing. That's why you don't have someone at that age by themselves. Okay? Because see, here's the thing. When people get older, okay, they don't have time for all that conflict and all that, That's why they don't want to learn certain things, okay? It's too much for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want, okay? And they will give it to you rather than go hit toe to toe with you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you got to be around your parents or have your parents living with you when they get that age. Because not only was she not in the best of health, she had her wits about her. Okay. But anybody could have came in through there, knocked her down, okay? And that would have been the end of Nancy. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You okay? You live with her, but you see what I'm saying? You're still concerned, even though you live with her. And what do you got to work? You got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So you at work and you got to worry about making sure she's on track, and you got to make sure that the people she's around and that's coming around your mom, okay, are not trying to get money, because people will do that. And the lady seems nice. Okay, yeah, she's 84 years old. So anyway, this is what this said. Okay, this is conflict being blown out of proportion. We have young money with the page of pentacles. Page of pentacles. That could be either a person or a description. Now, the Page of Pentacles is a novice. He's a learner. He's somebody learning. He's young. Oh, so this is like a new worker, and somebody new. Somebody new, yeah. That's what that could be. Somebody new. The page. But we have the Two of Wands in reverse next to the page. The Two of Wands in reverse. So he had some plans, and it sounds like his plans wasn't too kosher. Let's look at it. Two of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who's impatient. Okay? Moving too quickly. Okay. And we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So that's some information coming in. It may come in, matter of fact, it's the Wands in reverse. It's usually coming in quick, but when it's in reverse, it can represent it coming in slow. Me, I take it as bad news. Okay. Delays or hang-ups. Wait. Okay. So delays and hang-ups. Ace of Cups. So, and we talking about the caretaker. Somebody that was young and dumb, emotional, impatient. Well, that's a lot of young kids. Okay. Now, that's true. Scammers take advantage, okay? And that's another main reason why somebody should have been there with her. She shouldn't have been there by herself. I know she's going to rant and rave about how she can do by herself and whoop de whoop de whoop, but they should know better. Because they ain't no spring chickens. None of her kids, they not no spring chickens. Okay? And then, yeah, he wanted to leave. Six of Swords. Now, he wanted to leave, okay, so this person wanted to leave to calmer waters, okay. They have, I wonder, this is like, what the situation was around them. I don't think it was just, if that's the case, it wasn't just Miss Nancy, okay, but we talking about the caretaker. Yeah, they wanted to get away from conflict. Okay. But we have the Fool in reverse. So they took a risk. The Fool in reverse. Okay, there is a naivety with this card. This person was being naive. Okay, they were impatient. They wanted to leave, whatever they wanted to leave, okay, do. They were naive. Ace of Wands. Moving too fast. The Knight of Swords. Look at the Knight of Swords. See how he's running? Okay, but he's in reverse. And he's going over the Eight of... Oh, I was looking at my cat. She's been sick, okay? But she's getting back to her usual self. See, she's been eating. That's one of my cats, Keisha. That's the one you see always walking past. I don't know until I see the video. I'm like, oh my God, she bothered me again. Yeah, she's eating. So we have the Knight of Wands, okay? The Knight of Swords in reverse, in reverse. In reverse. This represents pushing yourself or others to extremes. Sound like he got mad. Okay. So this, we're talking about her caregivers, okay? So we have somebody, it could be one person, it could be more than one, okay, who was pushy. Impatience, okay, they taking risks, okay, and we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Emotional, not letting go of the past. Five of Pentacles. They want to be moved, they want to move on because they were left out in the cold. And they wanted Miss Nancy to give them some money. So she was giving them money. Could have been a give and take exchange, okay, but she was giving them money. Six of Pentacles. Oh, then the Tower. Seven of Cups. The World card in reverse. It's not over. Now, you know the Hierophant. This is somebody that's hard headed. They don't want. Well, no, it's in. Okay. Oh. I wondered, did she have one of them caregivers? Was they from the the business, a business? You know, the government, the institution. I wonder, was it one of them home health aides? Because they look up your background. You don't have a record. Now, that could be another reason why they don't find no record. Don't mean that they didn't commit a crime. It just means that they didn't commit a crime that required their DNA, or they just didn't get caught. What does the card mean when they're in reverse? Well, it depends on what card you're talking about, okay? But the thing about it is, it doesn't necessarily mean the opposite, okay? Like, okay, yeah, it doesn't mean necessarily mean the opposite. Now, if there's a specific card you're talking about, let me know. Okay. But she could have the in-home care. But if you make too much money, she had money. She just paid for it herself, but she could still use their services. Well, I can't tell you what all of them mean in reverse, okay? But I can tell you what they mean when I come across them. Like this card right here, okay? The World card. The World card means the end of a cycle. You see that circle? The end of a cycle. But when it's upside down, it means that it's not over. It's not the end. It's not over. Okay. Now this card right here, the Hierophant. This is like your government, your institutions, and stuff like that. But when it's in reverse, it's usually somebody who is not conforming, okay, who's going against the grain, going against the net, and that's, like I said, hard-headed, okay. But this isn't hard-headed. This is just your institutions, and that's what made me think. Was this? I wonder. Was this? Was she using caregivers from a business? Okay. Was this from a business? In home care. You know. And depending on what company you use also depends on what type of background search they do. You see what I'm saying? Oh, what it is that when you're seeing the cards, they're upright. Okay, the depictions, okay, are in an upright position. Okay, some cards can give you both. reverse, and not and straight up on the front. But all these cards are really upright, okay? But if they reverse, I can still read them. It could have been that situation. It could be that. It may not be that at all because we're just reading on the healthcare worker. Okay. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You can cheat a background, right? Because here's the thing: if it's a business, okay, if it's a company, okay, you go somebody got a in-home care service, okay, and they do a background check, unless they have you go to the sheriff's office and do your own background check, bring it back to them, okay, but they can only go back so far. Now, if you do it with the government, they have all your business. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they keep your fingerprints until you steal, okay? But do they do a background? Do they use your fingerprints to do a background check? That's a difference. Hashidi will be your future spouse if you want him to be, boo boo, okay? You got to manifest these things, okay? You need a magician in your life. Okay, let's go. What's the next card? Okay. Oh, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And that's on the Six of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, now this right here can represent, in reverse, can represent unhealthy complacency in a job. Okay. See what I'm saying? And this is on the give and take card. Okay. Okay, so this talks about in upright talks about somebody who understands that working hard and doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, you are going to earn a living. He's not impressed by material wealth. Okay, materialistic things and money. Okay, but see, this card is in reverse. Okay, and this right here tells you that this is somebody who is who's not happy in his job. It talks about the reverse Knight of Pentacles can show hesitancy, hesitant, hesitant. Okay, let me see. What's the word? Okay, can cause hesitation in taking action. Okay, that's I can say that. I can say that. Okay, the hesitancy is not even a word. Okay, it's hesitation or hesitant. Okay, so what it's saying is like this right is going over the Six of Pentacles, which is the give and take. Okay, and there may have been some hesitation in giving to this person or continuing to give to this person. So there's something where may have been going on as far as the healthcare worker, like you said, okay? And the healthcare worker, which is showing here by the Page of Pentacles, was young and dumb, and that could have been Chatty Patty, who got mad and went over there telling everybody the lady's business and talking about she didn't want to give me no money. She got all this money, okay, and I don't know why. And people actually think like that. Their entitlement is something else. That's why you can't deal with a lot of people these days, okay? And the Three of Wands in reverse. This is a Three of Wands. Okay, this lady is looking, okay, we got some action here. This is movement. It's in reverse. So that means that not that there's inaction, but that there is a delay or there is an obstacle causing the delay. Okay. So that's what a lot of these wands, okay, upright mean action, okay? But when they're in reverse, okay, it's like, it's not that it's not action. It could be some type of delay. It could be an obstacle. Three of Wands. And the thing about the wands is they pretty much mean a lot. The same with this 2 and this 3 and this 4. Right, delays. Disconnection from a relationship or a group of friends. Okay? So, ooh, this is sounding like it could have been the caretaker. They might need to look into that. Them caretakers. Okay? And we have a tower. So this caretaker had a tower moment. Okay? And at the same time, okay, this caretaker, she was giving this person money. And then we got the 5 of Cups in reverse. So this is not despair, this is regret. Five Cups in reverse. See, I'm looking at the book too because now I have elevated. Instead of my learning has taken me to a more deeper, willingness to learn on a more deeper level. All these things, okay, doesn't exactly represent people, but rather emotions or actions or, other stuff, okay? And we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. This talks about taking a turn, okay? This talks about taking a turn. This is over the 7 of Cups, which is smokes and mirrors, okay? You're delusional, okay? And this one right here is over it, meaning you took a turn, okay? For the better. Supposedly for the better. I don't know. And there we go with the Emperor. And the Emperor is going over the World card in reverse. It's not over. Judgment. Three of Cups. Okay? In reverse. Lack of teamwork. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Mismanaging money. Greed. Trying to hold on to something. Ace of Pentacles. Okay? Ace of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is facing the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So this is a gift. Okay. Let's see. A gift or an opportunity. This person is trying to hold on or hide some kind of money. The Empress. Okay. The Empress is going over judgment. So this is someone, okay, but she's not facing them. This is someone who wants to take their time, okay. But we have the Hangman in reverse. So she's looking at it in another perspective, okay? But at the same time, she's restricted with the Eight of Swords. Because her money ain't right. We got Lovers. Trying to hold on to a relationship. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? That's Miss Nancy. Generous. And we got the Devil. And the Devil is going over the Empress. Now, this kind of reminds me of them young and dumb girls, okay, who get with a man, okay. Oh, for my man. For my man. For my man. Remember that movie? That show? Does it still come on? That's what this reminds me of. Okay. This reminds me of some feminine energy, okay? This reminds me of somebody that's young and dumb, okay, who knows better, but because they in love, okay, see, and ooh, let me paint the story, and got mad with Miss Nancy for whatever reason. She didn't want to give her no money. She stopped giving it to her. And she talking mess, okay? Because she probably was taking the money that Miss Nancy was giving her and giving it to the her boyfriend, okay? The king, whoever he may be. The King of Pentacles, we'll say, okay? And so he comes up with this plan, okay? And they start investigating Miss Nancy, And plus, she tells her that, her daughter is on host on the TV Today Show and blah, 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 chatty patty, okay, gossiping. And they come up, or he comes up with this idea, okay, and he gonna get his little buddy, Jimbo, to help him, okay. And Chatty Patty is gonna go in there, so maybe the woman wouldn't be alarmed, but she's alarmed because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and you're in my house. What are you doing here? Okay. You see what I'm saying? It could be a situation like that. You're right. Greedy people will always be broke, will always be, will never be satisfied. Yeah. I don't think they had a hole in the bank account. That's what it is. Because I think that the daughter down the street, okay, had a tight hold on that. Because you got to keep a tight hold on that. Okay. Usually you'll let the mom have a certain amount of money. Okay. Whatever she was doing with the money, I don't know. She don't know because she wasn't there. And she lived down the street. See what I'm saying? So that's what makes the situation more complicated as well, because you really don't know what you think you know because you're not there. And you're working. So you're not even, if you were there, you're not seeing, okay, what's going on in the daytime. Now, what's up with the husband, with her husband? Now, he's a teacher, but somebody said he was part-time. I don't know if that's true. But if he's part-time, well, let's ask, okay, what else can you tell us about the caregivers? Okay, what else can you tell us? Do you want us to know about the caregivers who helped Miss Nancy inside the house? And it could have had maybe one worked on the inside and one worked on the outside. And I can almost guarantee you, if that's the case, they were drug addicts. Okay. What else can you tell us about Miss Nancy Guthrie's caretakers that she had over there? Now, matter of fact, about that insurance money, okay, here's the thing about it. I don't think, okay, they're going to give you that much money or even give you insurance on a person that age. Y'all do know that, right? Yeah. If you went into the office, okay, I think they stop at, maybe they stop at about 77. You're not going to get 10 million. You're not going to, okay, let me tell you how this insurance go. You're not going to get that type of insurance, okay, on a person at that age. Unless it is accidental insurance, term. If it's term life, they give insurance on anybody, okay? Because in order for you to collect, you have to have an accident. Now, that's the part they're not telling you. They're just telling you on TV, oh, okay, doesn't matter which age, what age, you don't need a health check and all that. That's because that's term life. That's not your regular serious life insurance. Okay? You see what I'm saying? They don't give you insurance. They're not going to get, and 10 million on an 84-year-old woman, that would if you get $10 million life insurance on an 84-year-old woman, first you got to find a insurance company that would approve that. Okay? And then, okay, in order for you to collect, they have to have an accident. This lady had a pacemaker. Okay. She was definitely a liability. So I don't know about that life insurance. Y'all might want to check that out. They rich, but the lady is 84 years old. You got to pay the 10 million to get the 10 million. You see what I'm saying? This isn't $10 million on an 18-year-old, okay? Because you're going to be paying for pretty much the rest of their life, okay? Kidnapping insurance. You can't get kidnapping insurance and then get kidnapped. Come on now. See, this That's a red flag, girl. They come into your house, okay, with the papers and everything. You girl. If she had a pension, yeah, they're not going to give you, term life and whole life. Whole life is the insurance. They're going to pay you. No matter what happened to you, okay, no matter how you die, okay, if you have whole life insurance, okay, you're going to get paid. See what I'm saying? Okay. But term life is that insurance where they tell you only got to pay $1 and you can get this much insurance, okay? They just taking your dollar. Okay, because unless that person has an accident, and then oh, wait a minute, here's another thing. Okay, that person has to live 2 years before before something happens to them. They're not going to pay you. They're not going to pay you. So if they would have knocked off Miss Nancy in a couple of years down the line, but the thing about it was a whole life insurance wasn't going to even approve that policy anyway. Then yes, then that's in the USA. They're not going to pay it. They already know the game. Not to mention, you getting $10 million life insurance on an 84-year-old woman is going to raise the flag in their system. You know that, right? It raises a flag. Stuff like that raises a flag. Good evening. Hello from Australia. If she had a pension, okay, once she's gone, the pension's gone. Okay? You can't will your pension over to somebody else. I don't think you can. Where is that cute hippopotamus? Okay, but yeah. So that in life insurance, okay, They're not, I don't know, somebody must have made that up because they're on an 84-year-old woman with a pacemaker and high blood pressure. Yes, it's weird. So can you tell us more about the caretakers? Annie Guthrie's caretakers. What else do you want us to know about her caretakers? And thank you for your answers. But yeah, nah, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, Captain. When I seen that, I'm like, that must be one of them rumors they started because nah, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, so that 10 million, okay, I would like to know how they got $10 million, okay, in life insurance on an 84-year-old woman. They not gonna get it on a 70-year-old woman. I live long enough to know. I know these things, okay? I know things. So we're asking for some more information on the caregivers, okay? And Nine of Swords. Look like the caregivers is stressed out. I don't know what her money was throughout the years, okay? But she was collecting, and it could be through Savannah, okay? I don't know. I got answers. Yeah. Okay, but I don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. Okay, but when you get older, you're gonna know a lot too. Believe me, it works out. Okay, so we got the Nine of Swords, nightmares, okay, depression, stress, okay. Ooh, and the Four of Swords. They need to rest. Ten of Cups in reverse. Not happy. And the thing about it is, I'm looking at these workers, and if these workers were not satisfied, what was going on over there? Yeah, so it's unhappy family. There we go with the devil again. Temptation. Have a nice day at work. Okay. She may have been. I don't know how. And the pacemaker's designed to work inside the body. I don't know. We have some teamwork. Okay. And we have the devil. Ooh. The high priestess. She knows. There we go with the emperor. The emperor. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so, this is avoiding conflict. And I wonder, was it a family thing? We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, going over the devil. That's bad karma. There's Chatty. Nope, that's not Chatty Patty. Page of Wands in reverse. That's going over the teamwork. And we have Justice. The Justice is going over the High Priestess. Okay? We have Death and Rebirth going over the Emperor. So something is coming to an end with this Emperor and the Queen of Cups. This right here is Miss Nancy. And Miss Nancy was avoiding conflict. And this is a family. She's avoiding conflict with the family. But she was restricted, okay? She felt like her hands were tied. Because Miss Nancy is between Death and the Eight of Swords. And we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So somebody was not able to fulfill their dreams or what they were hoping. And then we have the Lovers. There's going to be justice over the Lovers. Comes up again. And the Page of Cups. It's coming up again. So we're kind of getting the same thing. So this was it's telling us more though. And then the Tower. There we go. The Tower. The Tower is going over Miss Nancy, who's next to the devil. Here we go with the Three of Swords. There's the delay. There's a delay, an obstacle. And then the Sun. And then we have the Queen of Swords. That's Chatty Patty. No, it's not. Queen of Swords. Page of Swords. I just got to bring Chatty Patty out here, okay? She hiding. Any other time she coming up. But here, the Queen of Swords is going over the truth. I mean, it's going over the Lovers. Well, oh, it says love and romance. It says this person could be somebody who's lost their lover or is a single parent. I'm going to do one more row and then I will be getting off of here. How long I've been on here? 124 minutes? Ooh, that's 2 hours. Oh my God. Where does the time go? And there's 82 people in here. What y'all doing? Go to bed. Go to bed. What time is it? It is oh, it's only 9:22 in California. Yeah, that's the thing about it. It's too late. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles came up before it. Queen Money. Mm-hmm. So that's some feminine energy. We got feminine energy. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, yeah. And we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is somebody who don't want to work. This is a worker who don't want to work. And the Ace of Wands. We got some action coming in. And then once again, the Fool in reverse. So you never know. You never know. This could be a For My Man movie. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised. This is For My Man, okay, on the TV show. They make a movie out of this. Oh, but you don't, your time doesn't change in Arizona. Ours does. So that means that when the time goes ahead, we'll be right on time with you in Arizona. Mm-hmm. When the clocks go forward, I think that's next month. Let's see. The clocks go forward. Yeah, March 8th. Ooh, that's not too far. March 8th, the time goes forward. Spring forward, fall back. So the clocks go forward. Mm-hmm. March 8th. So, yeah. But in Arizona, the clocks don't change. And I only know that because my friend lives in Arizona. She moved down there and she told me we don't change our clocks. Yeah. She has a business down there. She has a store called Nickel City Baby. You might have heard of it. Nickel City Baby. Okay. Mm-hmm. She's advertising. So you guys, I'm going to call it a night and go tend to my kitty cat. Make sure. Oh, she's around here somewhere. I got to go see where she's at. Okay. In the usual places. No, my cat doesn't act. When I'm reading, no. Oh, so the whole Arizona doesn't change? Oh, okay. Keisha. My cat is named Keisha. Yeah. And she's the boss. That's my baby girl. Right. Yeah, the other states, they do the time change. But Arizona, she said they don't change the clocks. It sounds like some of them had competition going on in the family. Sound like they had competition going on with the hoodlums out in the street. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. You're out there in Texas. Yeah, Texas is only 2 hours ahead of us. It's 9:27 here. Okay. You have three. I have two. I was thinking about getting a third one. Okay. But yeah, I have two. So I'm gonna get on here. Get off. Thanks. Okay, you guys taking the time. I will try to do another live. Okay, soon, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for the super chats. Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, I really do. Oh, I San Francisco girl. Okay, don't say San Francisco. I grew up in San Francisco. Okay, half of my life I spent my 10 years in San Francisco. I went to Lincoln High School in the Avenues. But I love the Fillmore district. I lived in the Fillmore district. But they changed a lot, okay, over there. But yeah. So with that said, okay, I'm gonna leave you guys, and yes, I did. Matter of fact, my first apartment was right there on Grove and Divisadero. Okay, because they got that big old park. And then my second apartment was Grove and Fillmore. So all I had to do was go on the other side of the park, and that street right there, down the street, Grove, was my other apartment. Yep. So with that said, okay, stay blessed. Bye.